I'm Morgan Turner, Health Education Assistant at the Human Development Institute and Special Olympics athlete and athlete ambassador. This series, titled Morgan's Musings, is dedicated to learning about disability, health, advocacy, and leadership from all different types of people. We will talk with disability self-advocates, caregivers, and parents, and people that work with individuals with disabilities. We hope this series of interviews help teach you to become a leader and a self-advocate in your own unique way. Hi, I'm Morgan Turner, here for another episode of Morgan's Musings. I'm here today with my good friend and UK softball player, Bailey Vick.
Hello, everyone.
Bailey, thanks for letting us interview you today.
Absolutely.
Let's get started.
Let's do it.
So, can you tell me a little about yourself?
So, I am a senior here at Kentucky. I'm from Paducah, Kentucky as well, just 4 hours away. I'm majoring in accounting, so
Oh gosh.
big numbers, girl, yeah. But I've played left field here for 3 years, so.
Why did you choose to come to Kentucky?
Well, I am a Kentucky girl.
Yes.
My dad came here, but I actually was going to Louisville.
What?
So I was not going to play softball. I had a roommate, I had a class schedule, I had a dorm at the University of Louisville. It's painful to say, I know.
Bailey, I don't think we can be friends after this.
I know, right?
You know that, right?
But I actually got a call from the coaches here, and they were like, hey, you want to play softball? And I was like, sure, why not? I love Kentucky. So really, it was like, if I was going to play softball in college, it was Kentucky or bust, because go Cats, right?
Right.
Yeah, go Cats.
So you took an internship with Special Olympics.
I did.
Why Special Olympics?
So I actually came to school majoring in special education.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so in high school I worked with a peer tutoring program. You might be familiar with that, but basically you go to the classroom with special needs students and you just work with them. And so I just have a passion for that. And so I came to school to be a special education teacher. Obviously that didn't work out, but I found the Special Olympics internship was Special Olympics, and it was also accounting, which is my major. And I was like, best of both worlds,
Two birds with one stone.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So I was like, I love working with Special Olympic athletes. Like, I've volunteered before with them, and I love accounting. So I was just gonna put them both together.
All right.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part about interning with Special Olympics?
Well, I came to intern for the accounting part, but on the weekends, and sometimes during the week, I got to interact with athletes, including yours truly, Morgan. So I got to do Healthy Athletes with you.
Yes.
And I got to hang out with a bunch of other athletes, and that was just the best part. I mean, I got my accounting experience. You know, you have to do that to be in the workforce.
Right.
But hanging with you guys was just the absolute best part, because I have friendships now. I feel like we're good friends just because of it.
I think so.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Also, she went to my softball game and had to see my jersey.
Yes, he wore, listen, Morgan, Kentucky fan, he says, but his softball team was the Stride Cardinals with a red jersey, and it just hurt. I went to see him play, and
it burned.
It hurt.
So why do you think people should be involved in unified sports?
Well, I think people should be involved, one, because you get to meet all these people. I think what people don't realize about, you know, athletes or people with disabilities is they're really, you're just like, you're just like us, okay?
Yes.
You're just like us. One of my favorite quotes in life is, the only disability in life is having a bad attitude.
That's awesome.
Right?
I've never heard that quote.
It's the best thing ever. So I think whenever we volunteer, especially athletes, you know, you get to hang out with people like you who have the same passions. You guys love sports, you love competing. I love sports, I love competing, and I think you guys can learn from us, and we get to learn from you. You guys have such a good outlook on life. You know, you're so happy, and I think sometimes with my experience, like, maybe I'd be having a bad day, and I'd come to work at Special Olympics, or I'd come to a sporting event, and you guys are just so, you know, happy. And I know that I would love to compete with you guys. I would love to be on a team.
Yes, and I think I can't speak for everyone in Special Olympics, but I know a lot of them, they love seeing you guys on TV or live.
Absolutely.
And so it just means a lot to athletes like myself for you guys to come to sporting events and then doing like stuff like we had this softball clinic a couple weeks ago.
That was so important to me. Larissa, which is my teammate, she was at Special Olympics this summer, you know her. But one of our big goals throughout the summer was like, we're gonna have a camp at softball and we're gonna have a ton of athletes. That was the goal. I was like, I don't care if you play softball or not, you're gonna come, we're gonna hang out, and we're gonna have fun.
Right.
And I think it's so awesome to we're all just one, you know?
And they were going to make me do burpees to start
because
off.
all summer you wanted me to do burpees, and I didn't do them. That was our warm-up. Morgan was going to do burpees.
Right. So what makes a good leader?
That's a heavy question right there.
Yes.
I think, obviously, to be a leader, you have to have people who are willing to follow you, right?
Right.
But I think the best types of leaders are ones that have good relationships with people.
I agree.
Like, we have leadership meetings on our team, and so technically, being a senior right now, I'm technically a leader.
Yep.
But I think people wouldn't call me a leader type because I'm really personable. I really like to have good relationships with all people on the team, whether it be you're a freshman, you know, you're a sophomore, you're Morgan. I like to have a good relationship with you. But I think that to be a leader, you have to be passionate about the goal. So our goal is, you know, win games, obviously, right?
Always.
Yeah, you have to be passionate. You have to be caring for the people who are following you because it's not just about you. It's about getting the people to follow you. You know, you have to be confident. But I think just having relationships with people it's really important for.
That's definitely, I think that's a real big part about being a leader.
Yeah, for sure. Because I would consider you a leader in Special Olympics, but I don't think you're a bossy kind of leader.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm just kidding.
Maybe he thinks he's a bossy kind. I think you have relationships with everybody. Everybody who meets you, you know, you have a good relationship with them, but people want to follow you. So
yes.
There you go.
So what does advocacy mean to you and why is it important?
I think becoming a college athlete has really shown me how important it is, and it means more to me. I mean, while I'm no LeBron James, like I'm not on the basketball team, but I'm on a platform as a Kentucky athlete. Like there's little girls who they follow every move that I make. You know, they watch my Instagram, they watch my Twitter, they watch everything that I do. But you know, people seeing me like work with Special Olympics and like I interned with Special Olympics, and people are like, oh, you know, how do I get involved? Because Bailey's doing that, you know, UK Athletics is doing that. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Like, I want to do that. I think that's important, especially when you are put on a platform, people look up to you. Like, being an advocate for something important to you makes more people want to do it. You know what I mean?
Right. So, you're a student athlete. How do you balance softball, like the practices and games, with school?
So that's really the hardest thing about being a student athlete. I'm an accounting major, like I told you. You said boring, but it's tough. It is a lot of exams, a lot of homework. You really have to put a lot of time into school. But softball, I mean, we have 6 a.m. workouts every morning in the fall. Have you ever had a 6 a.m. workout?
I have not. I was a wrestler in high school.
You did not. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. But, I mean, we get our workout done really early, so then we'll go to class. Eat lunch if you have time. No, I'm kidding. We always have time. Always make time for lunch. And then we'll have practice up until dinner time. So really, you don't have a lot of time to go to the movies, you know, just hang out, go to the pool. But you have to have priorities. Like, you have to know what's important to you. So I make time for school. I make time for softball and, you know, friends sometimes. But sometimes I make time for friends.
What advice would you give someone that wants to try something new but may not have the confidence to do it?
Well, I would say, through my experience, coming and playing college softball was super scary to me. I told you I wasn't going to do it. That's super scary. I mean,
that is.
I remember my first SEC game, all the cameras that were out, and you know, I'm like, there's people watching on TV right now. But something that I've learned is just to, you know, do it. And what's the worst thing that's going to happen? You fail, you mess up, but I mean, life goes on. My favorite quote, not second favorite quote, that I always tell people, like when something doesn't go their way, like in softball, is the sun's going to come up tomorrow. Okay?
Unless it rains, then it may not come out.
The sun's gonna come up tomorrow unless it rains. But what I'm saying is, you're gonna get over it. Failing is not the end of the world. That's something that you have to learn in life, and our coaches preach it. Softball, in particular, is a game of failure. Like, you're gonna fail all the time. Why not try to do it? I mean, you keep trying, and sometimes you might have a positive outcome of it. And I also will say, doing this internship was scary for me. I don't know, but you guys are scary. No, I'm just kidding.
You guys are scary.
No, just becoming a real adult and being in the real world is really scary.
Oh yeah.
And so I just came in there for my interview. I was like, this might not go well, but here we go. You just have to have the ability just do it, you know?
I like
and you
that.
may fail, but hey.
That doesn't mean you should stop trying other things.
That's right. You'll find something that you're good at, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
So Bailey, that's all we have for today.
All right.
Thank you for letting us interview you
Absolutely,
today.
anytime.
And go Cats.
Go Cats!
So that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching another episode of Morgan's Musings. If you want to watch more episodes like this, go to wellness4ky.org or go to our YouTube channel. Thanks. Bye.
See ya! We did it!